It's a pleasure for me to interview you today. I just have a couple of questions regarding the interpretation of your work, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I have analyzed your novel using the new criticism. Will you comment on some of my analysis? Of course, go ahead. The conclusion that all these elements unite under one theme. For example, Huck Finn's indecisive feeling towards slaves like Jim, and the metaphor used to compare the uncivilized world with the raft, and the ironies of people's godly preachings that contrast their own conducts. They all come down to one theme, which is that the norm of the so-called civilized society isn't always morally and ethically correct. Well, I analyzed the novel a little bit more in depth. I try to connect to your voice as an author. No, new criticism isn't about analyzing the author's voice. The whole point is to leave out the author's intent. Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry, I didn't really research enough. How about the analysis and the emotional response on this novel? Really, new criticism should be free from your own emotions and personal feelings. It should only be about analyzing the text on its own. Joanna's correct. If you are trying to use the new criticism, you shouldn't put your focus in analyzing my intent and personal emotions related to the novel. Well, okay, I wasn't aware. But isn't it almost impossible to completely detach those things while reading and analyzing a work of literature? Yeah, I guess. These are some criticisms against new criticism, and that's why it hasn't been as popular these days. But that's not the point. I think Mr. Twain did an amazing job of incorporating the humorous satires and irony, and they all come together as one big theme at the end. I'm glad you say so. But to be honest, there is no correct interpretation of my work. New criticism is one good way to approach it, but it's not the only way. My novel is meant to be enjoyed and read widely. There is no need to overanalyze every aspect of it. It's almost pretentious. But thanks anyways. I hope you learned something today. I definitely did. Thank you too. Thank you so much for making time for this. Your novel will be continued to be loved and read.